head over to losingmymind.com to check out our latest song, Genocide. Support our work. Now, onto the show. White House violated ethics guideline by deleting, I like how they say it, fact-checked tweet saying Biden had given American seniors the biggest boost in Social Security. The reason I want to bring this up, first and foremost, the White House violated ethics by deleting public record, but someone super chatted this to us, and forgive me for not remembering your name. They super chatted saying, is it even legal for Biden to delete public records from the White House Twitter account? That's public record. And lo, you were correct. So here we go. This is how, I guess, broken the White House is. They try passing off a lie, and when they get caught, they violate ethics to try and get away with it. Now it's only made it worse, which is another example of the Biden administration. They're digging their hole deeper. Someone should make a sitcom about this guy. You know, a sitcom about Biden. I'd watch that. Just wait. Just add a laugh track.
Yeah.
Add a laugh track to. You ever see those viral videos of like Friends with no laugh track?
Yeah, it's so weird.
And it's really creepy. We could totally take a Biden speech and just add laughs, and it would be like a comedy, or Biden walking around or whatever.
I'm kind of like, I was more comfortable when they were lying to me and I didn't know, with George Bush Jr. and the Iraq War. At least then I was like, oh, they lied. Everyone kind of agreed, hey, they shouldn't have done that. We mostly yelled back, like, don't do that anymore. Now it's like, when it's happening in real time and it becomes apparent, I'm glad it's happening out in the open now, because where you can see it and we can criticize it. I think that's an important part of this process.
Are you glad that it's happening in the open?
Because it was always happening, I guess.
Can we criticize it too, is another question.
Yeah, as long as you don't make unfounded claims.
Yeah. According to whom? According to them.
According to me, Serge.
To them. Man, seeing the ivory tower crumble. When Donald Trump got elected the first time, I likened it to, there's an ivory tower. And there, the left-wing populists and the right-wing populists come up to the doors and they're yelling, rabble, rabble, rabble. And then, Pelosi and Schumer and the Clintons and Obama, they're looking out the window with their pinkies out, drinking wine, going, oh, the rabble is trying to get in the building. Bernie Sanders knocked on the door. They splashed water on his head and said, get out of here. And he went, oh, okay, I'm sorry about that. And then he left. And then the other group of right-wing populists leave, come back with a bull, and then they look down going, oh, crap. And then Donald Trump, who's the bull, smashes the door in and starts rampaging through the ivory tower. And I found it hilarious. There are people who are like, Donald Trump is a fascist destroying this country. And I was like, I'm just imagining all of these uppity elites laugh, like terrified that Donald Trump is doing these things. And it makes me happy. Yeah. That's all I can say. Whatever. It's not my choice. But now I'm looking at where we are with Twitter. Since then, it's like sledgehammer has been taken to the base of the ivory tower and it's on the verge of crumbling. And they're looking out the window going, stop. If you let them keep doing this, democracy will end. And it's like, oh, okay, dude, you're up there. We're down here. Sorry, I'm not listening. So, I'm kind of looking forward to Tuesday. The White House, they can violate ethics all day and night. And it's the desperation. It's become an ugly perfume. How about that?
So should we sue, or should somebody sue the White House for
yes.
violating an ethics clause?
Well, I don't know how you handle this. I mean,
I don't know either.
Maybe we need to make sure that if any Republicans do win, we're screaming in their faces, like figuratively.
No.
You need inquiries. We want subpoenas. We want criminal referrals.
We have to wait until Facebook fact checks this so we know exactly what to think about it. And then we can move forward confidently knowing that we're appropriately informed.
Judiciously, the White House should keep the tweet up, and then the fact check should be there as public record, and then they should comment on the fact check.
But they can't. The issue was Biden accidentally said the high inflation is my fault. They said Social Security is going up because of Biden's leadership. But it was only going up, it was triggered by an automatic trigger due to high inflation. So he basically said, that high inflation you're suffering from is because of me. Whoops. You need to delete that. So they were like, we got to get rid of that.
They used the phrase through Biden's leadership. So you could define that in a couple of ways. One is like, through his hard work, this happened as a result of his hard work. Or you could say like, yeah, through 2022, we did all this. It wasn't like 2022 did it to us. We just did it through the process of him being leader. So in that sense, you could argue that, yes, Social Security did go up through the period of his leadership, but I think that they were insinuating that
They just brought up so much more attention to this bull crap. They just literally,
I would not have known about this
Barbara
story.
Streisand did this to such a high level that we're still talking about how they inflated the economy to the point that they're giving out record Social Security checks. I mean, this is beautiful. It's awesome. And again, this is mainly because of, the change at Twitter. I don't think this would happen if Elon Musk wasn't at Twitter.
No, they would
Oh,
have
agreed.
stopped the
Yeah.
community.
There would be
check,
no,
I would think.
exactly, agreed.
Yeah.
And then someone would tweet out the White House is lying about the Social Security thing, and it's only happening because of inflation. And then it would be locked. It would get a red exclamation point, and it would say election interference, fake news. That's what they just did that to Jesse Kelly. I'm pretty sure they locked one of his tweets. He said something like, "If you can't count the votes in a day,
I
there's
saw that.
cheating or whatever."
That's right.
Well, dude, people are allowed to have opinions. And if someone's like, I don't like it that we have a month of voting. Sorry, we're going to lock your account because of that.
Yep.
That's clearly bunk. But I got to tell you, Elon Musk has gotten rid of the ethics, accountability, and transparency, curation, and moderation. So what I will say, going into this weekend is going to be very interesting because there's nobody at Twitter. The offices are all closed and everyone's locked out until Monday. The only people who are still there are critical infrastructure. Does that include content moderation? There's pros and cons. That means you can be algorithmically locked out of your account and there's nobody there to fix it. It could also mean that there's nobody there to lock you out of your account right before the midterm elections.
It's a free for all.
Yeah, so we might. This is kind of like
It's like 2016.
it's like the powers, the meme magic was suppressed and locked away by dark forces. And then Elon Musk, he comes into this tomb with carrying a torch and he sees this large green frog-shaped rock and then he strikes it with a hammer and then it cracks and then green meme magic bursts. We may actually see a glimpse of the power of the meme magic from 2016 with all of these people being removed from Twitter. It's going to be like it was, where people are posting jokes constantly. The memes go viral. Everyone's laughing, having a good time. And then MAGA Republicans get memed into office.
Yeah.
Maybe. It's the midterm. If Elon Musk pulls this off, 2023 is going to be crazy. 2024 is going to get even crazier.
Oh, yeah.
The memes. The great meme war 3 is upon us.
I'm just here for the memes. I don't
It's
care
gonna be
who
great.
wins. I don't care who's in office. As long as we just have the memes, we can have a free society.
I got an idea for Seamus, for Freedom Tunes. It's a guy pulling up like an old computer laptop and like blowing the dust off of it and wiping it away and opening it up. And there's a big folder that says memes. And then he double clicks it and he's like, we're back. You can dust them off, bring them out, bring out all the old memes. Do you guys ever see the Donald Trump Keck meme magic mini documentary?
Yes, actually.
Where
It's been a
I
while.
may have.
Yeah, just talking about how, like, the ancient god Kak was a frog, and
Oh,
then
yes. I've
Kak
seen
was
this.
World of Warcraft.
Right,
Dude, that's
right,
so
right.
crazy.
Yeah, it's great.
I vaguely, I think I remember this stuff.
See, we see, this is the crazy thing. There was a brief moment where we started to understand the power of memes. And I don't mean literal magic, I mean community organizing. But then this video came out talking about how people memeing this stuff was actually having an impact on politics. They destroyed it. And now we're going back to this curated top-down world that sucks.
Yeah.
Like when there were 3 TV channels.
You can't stop the meme though. That's why I came in blazing about graphene when I started on the show, and I wanted to set a meme standard. I'm the meme guy. I'm the graphene guy. Now when you think of graphene, you think of me. That was my intention. I memed it into existence. Maybe
I
I'm
think
being a little
I think
bodacious.
of this.
There are-
Sorry, go
No,
ahead.
go.
When people say things like, Twitter's not real life, I think it's a misunderstanding of the dynamic that the internet has with relation to politics and things like that. Like, actually, the things that happen on platforms like Twitter can ultimately influence, they do influence elections. And otherwise, the left would not be trying so hard to maintain control over Twitter if that wasn't the case, right? And I mean, you're seeing this in the mainstream. People are saying that, what potential changes Musk could bring to the platform are a threat to the outcome of them. Ben Collins actually was the one that said this, that it could threaten the midterm elections. But if Twitter, a change in management has the power to threaten elections, then that means that Twitter already has the control over this and somehow control over the discourse in a way that's consequential. So I think the meme magic is really just getting at this relationship between the internet and reality, which I think it's established at this point.
I would just say it's not even just the left. It's really the Department of Homeland Security, the DOJ, and the FBI.
No, I agree. I mean,
that are truly calling the shots here and saying this idea is banned.
Sure,
this
but
meme's banned.
sure, but I think the left. It's a category that we use to define something, but ultimately, like the left is a counter-establishment, countervailing force has collapsed because all of its views align with the views of the federal government. And I mean, to your point about this, I think in the last 2 years or so, Twitter removed accounts for what it said was, quote, undermining faith in the NATO alliance.
In NATO?
Yeah. It's on Twitter's official
Wow.
page. It says undermining faith in the NATO alliance.
Well, a lot of the Atlantic Council also plays a lot of fact-checking roles and curation roles. They censored a lot of people critical of the U.S. military-industrial complex many times. Many organizations, many individuals, many reporters coming out, and it's the same as we saw on the corporate media. There's no anti-war voices there, and they're building a world where there's going to be no anti-war voices anywhere.
Right.
So
yes, and conveniently, it just happens to be the case that the left's views and tendencies align with the establishment's views. So
Yep.
but it's even further with the DHS coming to them and be like, we're going to do this now.
Thanks for watching this clip from the Timcast IRL podcast. Hang out with us live Monday through Friday at 8 p.m. and become a member over at timcast.com for uncensored, members-only shows exclusive. Thanks for hanging out, and we'll see you all next time.